Hey guys, welcome back. This is your boy, Manga of the West, back at it, with One Piece manga chapter review 988. Sorry for the tardiness in getting this out to you guys. Just had to, you know how work and life just keeps you busy. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. Very big chapter, so we're gonna just, of course, dive right in. Had a lot going on. It was hard making it through that break, but we definitely made it. And that's all that matters, right? So, hopping right into it, we have the cover page. Well, title of the chapter is "Sorry for the Wait," and I think it's Oda just kind of going out there saying, just sorry guys, due to COVID and everything else going on, it just takes a while to get things out. But we have Gang BJ's, if I said the name right, Gang BJ's, All My Family. Despite the Navy shooting at the BJ as they try to leave, Lola and Chiffon, you got their pound just swimming after them. But going in, of course, so going right into where we left off, we have the Sulong, the Mink tribes facing Kaido, and it's a full moon, and so they're about to go into their Sulong forms. So Kaido just kind of touches up on how, he knows that there's a full moon. He's well aware of their Sulong forms. A lot of people are hypothesizing that he's actually going to blow up the moon. I don't really see Kaido kind of doing that, really. I don't know. I feel like he's definitely powerful, and we've seen his burst breath or blast breath go very far before, but I don't think it's reaching the moon. And besides, Enella's there, so I think he would either try to do something to stop that from happening, or most likely would be coming down afterwards. So to King of Lightning's point, if the moon does blow up from Kaido, then hopefully Enel does come down, because I've been waiting to see him too ever since Skypiea. But you have Jack, one of the Calamities, just admitting that the only reason they were able to touch Kaido because they've been slacking, but they're not about to slack anymore. They're about to be on it. And then you have a recap from Inarashi, what was that, Nagamushi, and the dog Mink. I'm having a brain fart on his name. But the dog Mink, we'll go there. It'll come to me just like it always does. But Raizo also comes up the woodwork just saying like, hey, I'm the man that they were waiting for, that you were trying to look for in Zo. Remember how Jack pretty much destroyed Zo looking for Raizo, and the Minks risked their lives to keep him safe. So he's like, I plan to pay that back twofold. So you can tell it's about to go down. So you're about to have the Mink versus Jack, or Raizo versus Jack. But then you have some of the Minks underlings coming up. Roddy and BB, which is a gorilla and I believe it's like an ox mink. And that Sulong, they go into Sulong form. Mind you, again, it is the full moon, which is of course beautiful. They just look beastly. And Duke Darkstorm, we can call it, and attempt that since I can't remember his name, the leader dog mink of the day. But then his underlings tell him not to worry about it. So you have the fox mink, the lion mink, and the zebra mink all going to their Sulong forms, and they just look incredible. You can tell it's about to go down, and that just not growling, but giving Kaido like a big roar, like already about to come at him. But then Jack kind of throws it out there to say, don't fall back, don't fall to. Sulong doesn't last very long. But I don't think Jack is familiar with maybe people who are more trained and adapt at Sulong forms, because even though Karius didn't last long, she was able to accomplish what she needed to, and it wasn't just like a few minutes. She did last a decent amount of time in that form. So I can only imagine the other Minks, the higher ups, Nekamamushi, Dogstorm, they're about to just really be in Sulong form probably for the whole time that the moon will be the whole time that the moon is up. So pretty much all night. And then we have the Kaido Pirates saying, don't be scared. We have one of the numbers, which is number 7, I believe he is. And he's like super big. We can tell by like the scale of like the door that he just like bursts open. Big Mom's touched the peep that the fighting is going on up there. And then you have our lovable fat ninja Shinobu She's like starting to like try to get Momo out of his chains, but then King peeps that, launches her. Then all of a sudden Momo's chains break, you know, because he's about to be executed, and he just starts floating. So King then goes and, you know, as you have Queen sitting here saying what he's flying with, like what is this? But King picks up on this real fast. Probably want to say that that's definitely a hindsight of that his observation haki, and then goes to like kind of kick Momo, but then you see an invisible kick block it, and it's our boy Sanji. So it looked like we might have a little shadowing of pre-shadow of or prediction of Sanji versus King. So everyone goes like Sanguro, okay, they surprised he's there. They thought he was still chasing the prostitute, so but Sanji was definitely there as he tosses Momo to Shinobu and even states that Momo, you declaring your name was awesome. So definitely a good shining moment for Momo. Then King ends up slamming Sanji into a building. I'm loving like the toughness of the raid suit, even though Sanji is talking about, you know, you're gonna put a big gaping hole in my stomach, and King says, no, I'm actually gonna rip you in two, which is, I think, shadowing to him actually being a swordsman, but we'll find that out. But even though Sanji gets launched into a building and Sanji's worried about him, I mean Luffy's worried about him, I think he's actually fine. We've seen the durability of the raid suit. Sanji even took a moment to mention how the durability and how strong it is. But somebody did make a point online though. I wonder why Sanji just didn't cover Momo with his cape. Because if he has like that camouflage technology, you know, you would think that like out of nowhere that by Sanji covering Momo with his cape that he would be invisible too, which would have made that a whole lot easier. But maybe they still would assist him because of observation haki, I'm not sure. But King stated that, you know, he told him to disappear again. He was like, I just turned invisible. I don't like vanish. I don't disappear. So maybe they can or cannot see him. Luffy gives Yamato a command, which is definitely good. So, you know, Yamato for Straw Hat. But she tells him to take care of Momo, and she kind of has a little comedy moment where she questions if she can, but then she kind of realizes, well, if I'm supposed to be Odin, you know, that is my son, so I guess I can do it. Big Mom going after Straw Hat kind of gives him a little joke of how like he always kind of like ruins things, and then she hits him with the Ikaku Sovereignty, which is that move from the Giants that we saw back in Elbaf. Makes a big ass hole in the skull of Onigashima, goes all the way up to the sea, pretty much, and like a flashback into what we saw her do in Totland. Luffy starts to wonder why, how he's gonna get up to Kaido to fight, but he know he can't with Big Mom in a way. And then we have Nami actually using those cat burglar skills and snatches up Zeus, and she ends up kind of sucking Zeus back because Nami's like kind of yelling at him like, hey, it's even me and Big Mom, but Nami's even trying to break down to Zeus to say like, hey, Nami, like, I can't ignore Big Mom. We share the same soul. It's impossible. So as she's going, Big Mom's going for a lightning attack now that Zeus is back on her side, while Zeus is also apologizing at the same time. And now everybody get hit by this lightning bolt. We have our main, our other cool Straw Hats, Brook and Frankie, popping through on Frankie's Freedom Rider, and they end up riding over Big Mom's face, just like BDA Law even commented on it. The disrespect, or it wasn't teching, but the disrespect that Big Mom has been taking this arc has just been unprecedented. Like, oh my gosh. But a nice combo attack, and then you have Frankie going like, oops, did I just run over something? Oh well, this well, in the fan translation it says it's not like I ran over a fly or anything, but it looks like the official translation, and this is from Shonen Jump, says does someone have a runny nose? Because you just see Big Mom with this big tire tracks on her face, so you could definitely tell she's about to go off next chapter for sure. And then that's how we ended, with a nice good combo attack from Brook and Frankie, because you know Brook was able to slice Zeus in half due to his soul powers. And as they have a new song coming up, but it's actually Frankie singing it. And now I'm actually pumped because now we get to see what Frankie gets to do, and Brook for that matter. But as we have reached the end of the chapter. Next chapter will be hitting September 6th. Thank you for joining me. I am again your boy Mangaka of the West, and that was One Piece manga chapter review 988. Peace.